Lieutenant General Miranda, Lieutenant General Anyo, Lieutenant General Guerrero, Major General Valencia, the officers, enlisted personnel of the 10th Infantry Division, my co-workers in government. Somebody could order the etikas pahinga. Alam mo, alam ninyo, I have been around for almost 23 years in this area, not really as a superior, but kasama ninyo sa trabaho. And for all the years that I've been mayor, or I was mayor for 23 years, kasama ninyo ako in all of the pag-usapan ng kapayapaan dito sa Region 11. And I'm very glad that my career spanned for so many years. As a matter of fact, the first time that I visited this camp was during the time of si General Danny Dul Olay. He was a very good soldier, and he was a very fine gentleman. Siya yung una nagyaya sa akin dito. I used to ride the motor going to Agusan and back. Kasi maganda yung highway dito noon. I don't know if it's still good. But dumadaan kami dito sa kanya at kumakain kami ng lunch before proceeding towards Butuan. I miss those days and the friendship of those who passed these portals of this camp. Used to be known as the 602 Brigade.
Yes, sir. 602.
Yes, and lahat ng dumaan dito, alam mo, sa totoo lang, naging halos chief of staff lahat. Almost all of them. Angie, sila, si Roy Simato. Roy is my special envoy to the Middle East. I took him in again. And just in preparation for the, sabi ko, Roy, hayaan mo na muna yung gulo dyan ngayon sa mga trabahante na wala ng trabaho, because that is not really your problem. You can be best utilized by the government kung may gulo na and may naiipit na mga Pilipino doon. But he is there, he's working with me. And several others doon dumaan dito. Halos yung gobyerno ko, ex-military men and PNP. Si George Corpus and si Banlutan sa Marines, nilagay ko sa Philippine Charity Sweepstakes. He's one of the most corrupt. Ano mo ginawa ng mga gago? Yung legal na loto, hidalo nila sa wedding. Sabi nila sa gobyerno, kami na magpapatakbo. And yet, every day, yung 20% lang ang inuhulog nila. Yung iba sa kanila na. So we have lost billions of pesos throughout the years. Kaya ito sabi ko, kailangan ko ng mga berdugo dito. Berdugo in the sense that a military man would insist always what is right. Kung tama lang. And I'm happy to be associated with the finest officers in town. Halos yung karap ko dumaan sa Task Force Davao. And I would not answer for things that yung kay Inday, sana ko, but nung kami, we had the best of relations. Now, itong putok-putok, I really prophesied it in advance, na ito, pag naipit ito, kasi bakbakan ngayon dyan, banda Solo, magre-risk back talaga to for the lives lost. In this fight sa Islamic insurrection, medyo talagang Mindanao bugbog. That is why I was hesitant really at first to start a new offensive because I wanted another mga 10 battalions of SASAF for the urban terrorism. Kayo naman, basi saan kayo itapon sa buong mundo, kaya. But times could not wait. Yun, nabugbog. Ganon talaga. And Davao is not really a stranger to this mga catastrophic bombing. The church, cathedrals was bombed twice, airport, Pantalan. Along the way, several hundreds of people died. And I was really expecting, that is why when the news came in, an urgent call that there was an explosion, hindi na masyado ako, sabi ko, sinabi ko na yan, nandyan yan. But, you know, tayong mga taga-gobyerno and even the civilian sector must understand the plight of the nation. I've been talking to the MI, sabi nga noon ni Murad, that he will go to war without the Moro Bangsamoro law. Mabutit na lang, lahat kami, hindi lang ako, nakiusap sa kanya that anong makuha natin? So what will happen to this island of Mindanao? Ang istorya kasi niyan dito sa Mindanao, kaya mahirap talaga kunin, is noong 1521, si Magellan naglanding sa Leyte, and sabi niya, he discovered the Philippines. Napakagago yung tarantado yung buang na mag-discover na we were doing all right. Hindi discover, nandito na tayo. Why should he discover us? We were doing fine. But in a way, he went in, brought his cannons, gunpowder, the muskets, the rifle of the times, and you can shoot somebody na medyo may distansya on the safe side. And that is why they were able to conquer island for island until Luzon. Hindi naman contiguous itong Luzon pati Visayas, but Mindanao is a very solid island. But at that time, when he went down his ship, itong Mindanao, Islam na ito, almost 100%. Because historically, if you look at the books, and you go into the archives of Malaysia and Indonesia, these things are narrated, and Mindanao was already a port of call. Ibig sabihin, meron na dito mga taga-Sabah doing business here. It was a thriving activity until the Spaniards took notice of it and added it to the territories that they conquered. But they were not able to go inside doon sa pinakabitoka ng Mindanao. Diyan lang sila sa coastal, and they were able to build the Fort Pilar. But it was to stop the inroads of the Muslim missionaries. But the Moro people here were already really Islam. And so they tried to conquer it bloody. And in the war between Spaniards and America, the Spaniards lost. So receded. As part of the surrender, binigay ang Pilipinas, the Marianas Island, including Guam. Mga teritoryo yan. At that time, parehong admin ng mga estibador na to. So if you go to Guam, if you have been there, you'd notice na mga apelyido nila, pati pangalan, just like ours, Spanish name. Yan ang ano. And when the Americans took over, they really wanted to get Mindanao. Nalaman nila Mindanao was below the typhoon belt, and they could plant here more productively than the rest of the country because of the incessant climate changes, bagyo ng bagyo. So that is how it is. And just to a footnote of history, but it's very important for you to consider it. In the campaign against the Moro people, they really killed something like almost about doon sa Pulo, in one massacre, 6,000 men, women, and child. Dito sa Lanao, it's a replete history also of patayan. But one particular incident stands out, and that is the Samar massacre. Yung Balingiga na bell, kinuha nila. That is a very sentimental thing for us because they're 10 years above talagang pinatay nila, known as the massacre of Samar. Yun yan. But tayo, because we were assimilated dito sa western side and America was able to pacify us, ang mga Muslim ang mahirap. I'm talking about this is because ganito. We're talking to the left. And I thank God the things are going smoothly. Baka tsamba tayo dito. Baka lang. And I hope that Doresa and company would succeed. And I'm very willing to accommodate them. An inclusive government, but not a coalition government. I will not agree ever to have a coalition government with them. Pero marami na silang pumasok ngayon. But of course, the known left is Belio, but he is not our enemy. He has been the Secretary of Justice. Yung paningin lang niya sa buhay, pabor siya siguro sa just like me and the others because anak lang kami ng mahirap. We could not be sympathizing with the capitalists, may-ari ng barko, aeroplano. Ang amin kasi dito, we grew up in people lang kami, hanggang dyan lang yung, pati yung hanap buhay ng mga magulang namin. But kung makatsamba tayo dito, then we will have a respite of communism in this country. But what I would like to say is this. Kausap ko si Murad, okay. Chapar sabi nila, we'll talk. Nur Miswari, nag-uusap talaga kami. Up to the time yung sa release ng Norwegian. Salamat ako sa kanya. Okay siya. The problem is this. Nung ikot ako ng ikot, there are some groups or sectors na ayaw talaga. And because ang anak kong babae, pero yung lola ko Moro, lolo ko Chinese on the mother side. Yung anak ko si Lovely, Maranao, Tausug yan. So I sent her to Hulong. Tapos nakausap ko pa si Tata. Sabi ko, magpunta ako dyan. Pwede ba tayong mag-usap? Sabi niya, hindi, maghanap lang ako ng paraan na kung nandito ka o nandyan kami, dalhin ko. So, dalhin mo yung bakit ayaw. Yung ayaw. Dahil nakausap ko yung ayaw talaga. Ayaw magipag-usap at gusto gera. Sabi ko, ano pa ba gusto ninyo? When do you want to stop? Ito ang sabi nila. Kasi yung pinakita ko kay Obama, I was trying to explain to him bakit hindi mahinto-hinto ang Mindanao. And also to impress upon him na kayo ang nagbigay ng rason bakit ganito ngayon kami. Actually, resulta ito ng pagpang-agaw nila sa atin nung panahon ng mga lolo natin. So sabi ko, bakit? Sabi nila, okay lang, Rod, kung kayo magpunta dito, pwede kayong pumasok. Maybe yung ibang grupo, i-hold ka ng sandali, pero palalayasin ka. Pero yung iba, wag, kasi talagang galit kami. Then he showed to me the pictures of the At yung Daho, something massacre. Yung katawan ng mga inulog nila diyan sa isang butas lang. And so many other pictures. Sabi nila, kasi yung, if you remember, if you're viewing ANC, sabi to ni Losada, ni Tatad, yung tumanda na sa trabaho na hindi naman talaga nagre-research, pretending to know all. Sabi nila, si Rudy, bakit ay pinakita? 1 century ago yun. Tapos na yun. Hindi nga nila alam, pinakita nga ng mga itong matitigas na mga bata, this wound would never heal. Sabi na, hindi ito past. Present perfect ito palagi. And because of this, ayaw talaga namin yung Amerikano. Sabi niya, Mayor, kung nandyan yung Amerikano, ang tingin namin, ang aming kalaban Amerikano pa rin, ginagamit ang sundalong Pilipino. That is why in one of my statements, hindi ko sinabi kaagad na umali. I said, there will be some time in the future na paalisin ko ang mga special forces, and there are about 100, almost 117 of them. Later, umalis muna kayo para kausapin ko, para ipakita ko na wala kayo, at kung talagang magkasunduan, umalis kayo sa Mindanao. I never said get out of the Philippines. After all, kailangan natin yan sila dyan sa China Sea. Wala man tayong mga armaments. But we are not also ready to go to war with China. Ako, ayaw ko. Kasi it would just be a massacre. A raid against the 2 F-50As natin, if kung bigyan tayo, pabilihan tayo ng mga missile. But the problem is, ayaw nila tayong bigyan. Kinuha natin yan sa Korea. Correct, but that is American technology. And you cannot buy it without the consent of America. Wala yan natin for display. Wala namang missile yan. So we cannot use it. I really do not know what's wrong with this American pagtingin nila sa atin. Kasi paano makababa? Then I embark on nagkandidato ako. I promise no corruption. I promise to stop the war, and I will declare the war against drugs. Then I promise to take care of criminality. Yung tatlo lang naman talagang humihila sa atin. Yung corruption, number 1 yan. But I assure you, and you can take your word for it. My word, really, rather. Hito ang corruption sa gobyerno. Hintuin ko talaga. Itong sa drug war, I started to embark on it. O, kita mo ngayon lumabas. After this, you listen to the continuing investigation. Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, the drugs was being operated inside the penitentiary. Sabi ko ba, elections, saan tayo makakita a country allowing the drug syndicates to operate inside the Muntinlupa at directing the traffic. The investigation is going right now. You look at the NC. Lumabas na ngayon. Lahat sila involved. From the looks of it, tinitingnan ko kanina, it would be unfair to say that si De Lima was into drug trafficking. But by implication, kasi she allowed them through her driver, pati sila Baraan, I was correct all along because I was supplied with a matrix. Hindi ko na lang sabihin galing kanino. Hindi galing sa atin. Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo yan, driver niya si Baraan. I was correct all along because I was supplied with the intercept and the matrix. O sa ngayon, the drug problem really was the source, ang gobyerno, and it was run by implied. Kaya they were allowed women, and the last time ang sentence ko, pag alis ko, pasok yung mga babae, inuman, naman ang klase yung gobyerno na to. Ako sa totoo lang kung ganon, if I were the president, I would have declared martial law. Total, there is really a rebellion dito. Nagpapatayan. We lose soldiers. Ako ngayon, I lose on the average 2 policemen a day. Kasali ang military because I have ordered you guys to join because of the widespread. Nung mayor ako, stricto ako dito. Sabi na, pinapatay ko talaga. The problem is, I did not know the whole dimension of the contamination. It was only when I became president at piniga ko na ang lahat. Naglabasan hundreds by the thousands. Not let alone yung survey ni General Santiago sa PDEA noon. Now it's still a general, si La Peña. But there are about 3 million addicts in this country. May tama yan. Ngayon, plus the 700, idagdag mo na lang, total 2 or 3 years na naman yung statement na yon, there has to be an increase in numbers. Kaya, hindi ko maano ang gaano kahirap ang gawin natin. 3,700,000 Filipinos. It's not a joke. Kaya nung natapos itong operate ang mga military pati pulis sa Manila, there was a drastic drop in crime. Wala nang rape, meron, pero still, yung hold up, yung patay, yung bata, na i-rape, maski anong, whatever be the age. You know, ayaw nilang maniwala. Magsabi na yung mga Amerikano na forensics that constant use of shabu 3 to 6 months every day, even for 1 stick, would shrink your brain. Kaya ito talaga lumalaban. Ngayon, alam ko na kung bakit malalakas ang loob nila. Binak up sila mismo ng Department of Justice. Kaya early on, marami yung patay, kaya lumaban talaga. Because they thought that they had this already license to do something. Kasi ang mga backer nila, galing na doon sa Department of Justice. Some of them, fraternity brothers ko pa. Sorry. Pati yan si Bit Aguirre is my brad also. Pero meron kami diyang mga brad sa San Beda, sa frat ko, kasi si Dilima galing San Beda. So, the scandal is the San Beda scandal. Tangina, Sus Maria Josep. Pero totoo yan, si Aguirre is, I think, is La Union. Mahusay na abogado yan. Ito yung naglibre ni Webb na biscuit. 2 witness na nagsabi na may puro dugo. 2 witness na napalabas ni Aguirre na parang sinungaling. Acquitted, buang. So, yung marami tayong medyo tagilid na. Wabutit na lang, we are afraid of the war now against the communists. If we succeed, that would the last part of my talk with you. I have told all your commanders, the Chief of Staff, that you will get everything you need to fight the enemy of the states. For a starter, sabi ko, dahil bilisan mo yung protection dito sa katawan. You have it. And I also told him to fast track the acquisition of Barrett. Sabi ko, we're doing good. The Philippine military is doing good sa sniper. So you better train. But most of all, you have to train yourself. You have to reinvent yourself from a soldier na dyan sa itong terrorism. It will come. Huwag ninyo akong tanungin at dating, it will come. And, the fighting in Sulu, static yung enemy mo, pwede mong isa-isahin lang. Itong NPA, habulan palagi. So, but most of all, I think, start to profile a bomber or a terrorist. Usually, nakakap, ka-shades. Ang buhok minsan parang makita mo, peke, naka-tupay. That's the wig of the men, tupay. At pag-aralan mo yung, lalo na yung mata. Malikot ang mata ng terorista. I have a photo, close-up ng nila. So, yan pag-aralan ninyo because terrorism in the next. And maybe, hindi naman masyado kailangan ninyo yung long arms. You'll have to study crime and detection. Bomba. Tapos yung profiling. How to deal with them kasi ang kalaban natin dyan, hindi naman paramihan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, baka civilian na kayong lahat. But you have to, kasi ang terorista naman, hindi naman puputok ng IED dyan sa bukid na yan. No purpose. If you want to make a political statement, you do it. Mga syudad na maraming, lalo niya mga progressive na, New York, meron sila. The other day. Tayo, ganun rin. Lalo na kung magkalabuan to. It's not so much about the old men there, the old foggy, but yung mga bata na ayaw talagang makalimutan yung... So that fight was not 1 century ago. That fight was started 1 century going on until now. From the, sabi ko nga, from the Spaniard, Americans sa atin. Ang buhay, ganito lang eh. Where you find yourself in this universe and this planet. Nakita-kita tayo dito, we happen to be Filipinos in this land. So we are here and we want peace. That is why we have a government to run the country. We are mandated by law to preserve our territory and protect the citizens. That is our own duty. And the people pay us. So we must be conscious of that. So kailangan talaga na to demax ang efforts natin when the time comes. Ngayon, lahat ng anti-terrorism equipments, marami na nagpunta. China and Israel. Sabi ko, there will only be at least 1 or 2 source sa ating intelligence equipment. Hindi tayo pwede basta bili-bili na lang sa iba kasi nakikinig yan sila sa atin. Di para tayong buang may satellite sa taas. But there are about 2 countries now where we are safe. Mga kaalyado. But all others, yung firepower, we can get the cheap ones. Pero basta ibigay ko sa inyo lahat. And I hope that as fast as they can produce it, I have decided to arm you all enlisted men ng sidearm. Glock, it's the Glock caliber 45. 30, Glock 30. Buti yan kayo, lagay niyan. Tapos punta ka doon sa Mungkayo, inom-inom. Para pag wala nang mabaril, yung pulis na lang ang hinahamon. Yun man ang nababasa ko. Sa bar, ng inuman itong putang inang pulis, tapos dumating itong army, nag-agawan sa microphone, sa my way, ayun, my way of dying. Okay yan, kung walang iba ng... But you should get it as fast as Israel can produce it. I'm buying. So ilan kayo? Almost 130. 130,000 plus? So that's 130,000. Bibilihin ko yan para sa inyo. Then the most important one is the but those doing covert, we can provide you with the thinner one, yung level 3 ata. Tamaan ka nun, at least maski Armalite, ang impact dyan is greatly reduced. So yan lang ang ko, and you will have the priority sa spending. Because, sabi ko nga, I cannot run a country with the weak armed forces. And I cannot run a country with a corrupt police. So inuna ko talaga yung mga general. Wala lang magawa. Lumabas talaga doon sa what little did they know that it was not really our handiwork. Came from somebody else's hand. Tinanggap na lang binasa natin. So every time I read it, I'm reminded by the guy who said, those things there are all true. And if you want to hear the conversation, no need. Because it was then known, always known. So sana can I have a stronger military. Total, wala naman akong hingiin sa inyo. Pareho lang tayo, taga-gobyerno. I'm just a co-worker. Parang ako lang yung supervisor. Because in a democracy, the head of state is always elected by the people chosen. But aside from the title, pareho lang tayo. So I'm just as much interested as you. Lahat ng tapos by the end of the year, you should have felt the increase of salaries. Inuna ko talaga kayo. Dublado na kayo ng mga pulis. So yung few in the army but plenty of the police. Ang pulis, pag inilibing mo, kung mamatay, tag-2 pamilya ang pinaka-minimum, 2 pamilyang umiiyak. Walang ginawa kayo itong mga gago na to, kundi mag-standby dyan sa mga bar. Kundi kung sino yung maganda, usually may sugar daddy yan. Yung matanda na lingaw-lingaw na lang god. Pero ang chok-chok na genuine, dito yung mga police nga batanon. When they fell in love, so some of them, muna din ako sa sila, biyaan ang pamilya. Kaya binubugbog ko talaga yung mga buang na yan eh. Magsumbong yung asawa, ngayon, bison to, kisipa dito pa. Sabi ko na, wag na, okay lang. So, namamansan itong pulis, hindi mo na, lalo na yung, yung PNP na, Jesus Mario, sir. Mas una pa yung, gusto kong ibalik yan sa, ibalik ko yung Philippine Constabulary. Yung pulis ngayon, dyan na kayo, saan kayo? But I will return the Philippine Constabulary under the 4 commands, Army, tapos Philippine Constabulary. Kasi kailangan ko ng tao, yung sa urban terrorism, like the SAP, yung mga bata. Yung iba dyan, wala na. I forgot, is the list video? Itong aide ko, ito, she's Shine. Siya si Tausog. Na ito? Aid ko. This will be the last. And it is still being validated until now. Sa drugs, ang kalaban natin, ang gobyerno mismo. Kasi dito, puro karamihan dito, halos kalahati, barangay captains. That's the reason why I joined the call for suspension of the barangay elections. One is that it's expensive. But more than that, ito yung mga first, you'll have the precursors of narco-politics. Nabasa na ninyo yan. Kayong mga official, binigyan ko kayo ng libro. Because itong mga to, they will use money again to be re-elected. Pag nandyan yan sila, they hold power. Basking anong gawin mo, because the law vests in them power, talagang pabalik yan. And it will be the beginning of a narco-politics in this country. If I do not interdict itong mga to, mga governor, mayors, congressman, ito first page pa lang, Region 1, elected official, Mayor Rinaldo Flores, Nagilian, La Union, validated 3 times. Yun kaya, importante na marunong ako maggamit ng power ko. Tanggalin ko yung, sabihin ko sa military, pati police na akasan, umalis kayo dyan. Return to your mother unit immediately within 24 hours. O kita mo, pag nawala yan, tapos sinabi ko sila, pumunta kayo sa Krami, you report. O di takbo-takbo ang mga buang. Pero hindi po yan mapatakbo, mayabang yan eh. O nung sinabi ko, 24 hours, patayin ko. Kasi pag hindi, sabihin ko talaga sa kanya, gamitin mo yung howitzer mo, pasabugin mo yan. Because that will mean the end of the Republic of the Philippines. Then he said, you had books, we will be like South America. Failed states. Mayor doon, nag-take ng oath, babae, umaga. Pagkahapon, patay. Anak, you do not want that for your country. Lalo na kayo. You're here, your children, wala kayo. You're not the ordinary husband that would take care of the family with your presence there. Eh kung makalat ito ng ganito, kasi gaya ng Manila, magpulot ng bata, mawala, makita na lang doon sa hubad, patay. Gaya dyan sa Mandog, may reunion isa December, ang bata na 6 months old, dinala ng nanay kasi reunion. Kinarga ng kapatid niya, ito pala ang pamangkin ko. Then suddenly nawala. Ito totoo, check the records. May nakita na doon sa riverbank sa Mandog, bukas na yung tiyan ng bata. Tapos tanungin mo, bakit mo ginawa yan? Sagutin ba naman ako? Sabi, ikaw, sagutin ka ng ganon. Ganon talaga ako, Mayor. Wala nga akong mahindot, pati yung mga kambing namin. Ay, sabi ko, timing talaga siya. Yung Christmas na may nagregalo sa akin na 357 snub nose. Ruger. Di tama-tama talaga. Putang ina dyan sa istasyon. Sabi ko, kung ganit yan ang natin, hindi ako nagtatakot, sabihin na Marcelo. Basta ang sinabi ko ganito, and I'm going, stick to your mandate. Do no wrong. Pag may order to go after these criminals, go after them. You have to only simply to say that, gobyerno ako, army ako, sumurinder ka. Pagka bumunot, patayin mo. Pag hindi bumunot, patayin mo rin. Tangina. Para matapos na. Kaysa mawala pa bro. Ako na ang bahala sa inyo. Itaga ninyo ito sa puso ninyo. For as long as I am the president, nobody but nobody, no military man or policeman will go to prison because they perform their duties well. Ako ang mapakulong sila. Sabihin mo lang, utos ni Mayor yun. Kasi sabi niya, pag hindi kami sumunod, kami daw ang patayin niya, di patayin na lang namin itong ulol na to. Kasi kami ang mabaril. Sabi pa naman ni Mayor, sa bayag ko kayo barilin para na mawala na. Yan. Trabaho lang kayo. Hindi ako mag-order ng illegal. Kaya maniwala dyan. I did not order you and the police to perform punitive police action. I have declared war against the drug syndicates in this country. You know what is war? War is war. I'll explain to another forum. Total, nagkaintindihan na tayo dito. Huwag kayong magtakot na ano. Pwede niya akong mukain, puntahin niya ako sa bayan. Tangina, akala ko ba, protektado kami. For as long as there is that power to pardon sa Constitution, yan ang weapon ko against crime. Magmasakir kayo ng 100, 100 din kayo, jadi pardon lahat Restored to full political and civil rights plus a promotion to both. Basta gano'n mga lalo na high profile. We have to remove them from the syndicates or remove them from this planet. Para yung mga anak namin, otherwise, kung ganito karami, Andre, hindi ko alam ganito pala ka. This is all over the country, ha? Hindi lang ito isang region. Lahat na to. Kung hindi ko tapusin to, we could have compromised the country. This generation at yung mga apo ninyo. Kawawa yung mga anak natin. Dito na ngayon, dito na kayo sumunod sa akin kasi may garantiya ako. At alam kong maglaro rin the legal tools to protect us from harassment. But remember, I will always protect you. Trabaho lang kayo, not only against drugs. Yung mga human rights, hayaan mo yan. Hindi ako papayag na human rights. Ibunal ko na yung naong bullshit ba? So with that, I have to talk to the mayors and governors ngayon. So ito, parang ayaw parang takot. So sabihin ko talaga sila, nandiyon sila sa SMX na trabaho kayo, hindi. Pag hindi, putang ina, papalitan ko kayo. Alam mo sikreto dyan? Intelligence man. Lahat ng official may intelligence man. Ako lang ang sa buong Pilipinas na mayor na nagbibigay ng intelligence fund because regional chairman rin ako. Yung iba, diretso sa bulsa nila yan. O kayo, matagal mo kayo nagserbisyo sa akin. Lahat ng nasa libro, plano, binigay ko sa inyo. Sa police. And that is why, nung election, baski na di naaminin nyo, hindi, alam ko malakas ako sa army pati police. Hindi man kayo nagkamali sa akin. Hindi kayo nagkamali sa akin. Talagang ako, nung mayor ako, protektado ko yung mga tao sa gobyerno basta nagtatrabaho. At wala kayo, ang atin dito is magtrabaho, hindi man natin punta dito para Anyway, madrama pa yan. Yung trust trade, binigyan niya ako ng mga nagsabi ko, nag-order ako para sa lahat. Sabi niya, matagalan yan. Hindi basta-basta mag-produce ng almost 130,000 Glocks. Ito ganito. Glock 30, kasi Duterte. Hindi. Ganun yan. Ang Glock 30 is a 45. Parang commander size yan. Colt commander o shooter. It's 7 rin. Parang ng regular 45. Pero ito, tested ito, baski madumi. Maganda kasi ang pagkagawa. Maganda ang mga tolerances niya. So, ito, yung, alam mo yung Glock, alam mo na, di ba, ikak mo, yun na yung lock. Ang problema natin, yung sanay sa armas, kasi itong kamay natin malikot. Maghawak tayo ng baril, automatic ang kamay, sa labas, lalo na kung may media, ilabas ka agad para ganun talaga. Pero kaya tayo maghawak, baski na yung sa kwarto, pag automatic, yung muscle memory, nakaganon ka agad. Minsan, nakainom, naglagay dyan, boog! Sir, si Major, bakit? Nawala na yung uti niya kasi pumuto. Ay, para fair, yung sa mga opisyal, irapol ninyo dalawa. Yun namang, kayong nandyan sa likod, maghintay kayo ng promotion ninyo. Pero bigyan mo ako ng valor, ng medalya. Tignan mo kung anong ibigay ko. Totoo, wala akong pera, pero magiging ako, marami man akong kaibigan ng milyonaryo. House and lot ka kagad dito sa Davao. Valor. Bigyan mo ako ng valor dito. May valor dito. Kasi kung maghanap kayo ng away doon. So, sa mga official, ito. Iyon inyo na to, ha? Wala, hindi to sa gobyerno. Kaibigan to. Congratulations, you have just been awarded with 1 unit Glock 30 caliber ACP automatic safe action. Safe action kanya pumuputok dyan sa blue finish. Anak ng waiting. 10 plus 1 shots ka? Yan. 10 plus 1? Yes, sir. 10 plus 1. Galing ito. This is to certify that unit is yours for free on the occasion of Mayor President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's grateful recognition for your invaluable contribution to the fight against illegal drugs and criminality. Courtesy of Trust Trade. Signed at Malacañang Palace, Manila, blah, blah, blah. Si Jeremy, kailangan niya niya? Yes, sir. Trust Trade. Ang mga opisyal, kasi baka magalit sa akin, magputok yung Glock na niya. Yung isa sa tropa. So, yan lang ang pero kung may valor, house and lot dito. May babae na. Tsaka may mga anak na yung may dati ng may iniwalayan. May pamilya ka na agad, tapos may pamilya rin doon kayo sa inyo. Hindi totoo. Give me valor and I will give you something very, very good. So, I have to fly back. It's getting dark. I still have to comply with another obligation. Maraming salamat po.